Hope you're going well, mate.
Thanks, Joey.
I guess I'll ask you what I ask you whenever we have these presses, mate. Have you settled on the starting 11, and can you tell us anybody who is starting tomorrow?
I haven't 100% settled at the moment because we had to travel yesterday across from Bangkok, and yesterday was like a day off in terms of no training. We're training today, a familial session, and I'll 100% make up my mind there. But I will say, Joey, you will see over the two games a lot of different players. I am planning to use nearly everybody over these two games.
And one of the things you've talked about heading into this, you want to overhaul South Korea in the rankings points and get that seeding for the next thing. I think coming into this, the Socceroos are 0.06 FIFA ranking points behind South Korea in the rankings.
Yeah.
Have you figured out like the math, like what you actually have to do, what results have to go your way, what scores have to happen for you to overhaul Korea?
Yeah, look, and as you said, 0.06, we're so close. It's, but at the end of the day, we have to win our two games, and we've got to then look at South Korea's. They've got Singapore away, and then they've got China at home. And if there's some type of draw there, then we can go above. So the only thing I'm focusing on is ourselves, and making sure that we're ready for these two games, and put in great performances that does everyone proud and excites the nation. And we can't control that at the moment, obviously the rankings, but as you've obviously done your homework and done it well, that at the end of the day, we're that close that as I said, we've got to win the two games.
Anna, come to you.
Hi, Annie. Hope you're well.
Thanks, Anna.
Nestori, how's he gone in camp, and will he play tomorrow?
He's been very good. He's fit into our culture extremely well. He's hanging around a lot of the senior boys, which is good to see. And he's been training very, very well. And you will see him on the park at some stage tomorrow.
I guess how's that progression been? There's been so much focus on him. And what do you expect him to do? What have you told him to do when he gets out there? I think we've all seen what he can do.
Do that, and do that for me. Do that for the nation. Do that, go out there and play to your strengths and your skills. I'm not going to try and control him and get him to do things that is not his specialty. But what he's very, very good at is doing what Nesta does. And we will fit that into our style of play, but also into our system. And he's just has a couple of little things around, obviously, his defensive side of things, but at the same time, that's why we need the senior boys on the field, some of them to help coach and lead those younger boys to make them feel comfortable on the pitch.
Vince?
Thanks, buddy. Hey, Arnie.
Hey, Vince.
I think Carl Viet got pretty frustrated with being asked about Nesta at every press opportunity that Adelaide United had for 7 years. I assume at some level you've made peace with the fact that you're probably going to get asked about him an awful lot from this point onwards as well, right?
Yeah, but look, it's I have to say I'm excited and happy that everyone is talking about the kid. At the end of the day, he is a great talent, but it's not always just about talent. It's also about where your career is going. Obviously, he's going to Bayern Munich, but it's also about how much hard work he puts in and how much belief he has in himself to go to that next level. And the kid has got the qualities, but at the same time, it's maturing. At that age and getting through this next 4 or 5 years and it's all about playing football and developing. And as I said, Vince, he's been very good in camp. And as I said, we have as you know, the Socceroos, we have a fantastic culture here, and he's fit in very, very well with no distractions.
Fantastic. And Arnie, you've got a good sort of problem, I guess, in terms of your centre backs at the moment. You got, 4 fantastic options there, and one who in Alessandro Ciccardi, who looks like he could be a mainstay for the national team for a very long time to come, assuming everything goes as we think it will in his club career. How are you going to try and resolve that? 4-2 obviously won't go.
No, that's right. And, we can obviously further down the track look at changing the system a little bit to get them on the pitch. But for these 2 games, all 4 will start at some stage over the 2 games. So 2 and 2. And, I'm looking forward to seeing how they go. Cam Burgess has brought in this great energy, obviously, after promotion. Harry Sutter, I have to say, he's turned up and he looks very, very well and is ready, and obviously Kai. So, we have the luxury of, over the last 4 years, building the depth of centre-backs, and, there's a number of centre-backs that aren't here as well, that we've got that depth. But, it's a way of obviously managing that, Vince. We never know what's going to happen further down the track. It can, obviously players can get injured and all that stuff, but they're all fit and they're all great. And as I said, it's always a good chance to give all of them a chance and let them perform.
Luke?
Hey, Arnie. We asked Juki the other day about how much he enjoyed playing with another striker up alongside him in the games against Lebanon, and particularly playing with Cassini, and just said that he reckons that they can be a bit of a nightmare for opposition defenders. Is something sort of new for the Socceroos side, that you've had sort of that luxury of having been able to pair someone together? What do you like about playing the 2, and what have you seen out of that combo with Juki and Cassini in training, if you've tried it there?
Yeah, look, it's something that I've changed in terms of our structure in possession. Out of possession, the structure is normal, a 4-4-2, but in possession it's like a 3-5-2, and having those 2 nines working together. Having goal scorers in the penalty box that can, more than one, but having 2 in there, but also having the 8s getting in the box and the delivery and the service coming from out wide. So, the fact that they're physically both strong, they're obviously very good in the air as well, and giving us those extra alternatives up front is good. And as I said, you will see Cass tomorrow play. We've got to throw a lot of belief in the kid and give him these opportunities, because at the moment, at the age group of those number 9s, there's probably 1 or 2 that can make it all the way through to America, and that is Cass and young Stamatopoulos. And as I said, I'm looking to look at those boys over these 2 games.
When we spoke to you at squad announcement time, just back to Harry, you said it's time to sort it out. Things have obviously changed for him at club level since, with his manager going. Is it really hard for him to read the room as to what to do there? And have you had any chats with him?
Yeah, I've had a good chat with him already, and it's probably wasn't the best thing for him, because if the manager had stayed, probably it was clearer what his decision could have been. But with a new manager coming in, it could be completely different. So, once again, it's Harry's here, obviously, and I said he's looking great, and he puts in a great performance tomorrow, and or next Tuesday, and keeps promoting himself. But as I said to him, once he gets back to the UK after this camp, he really has to sort out his club career, because it's it's been after his ACL injury, and this year it's 2 big years out of football that he's hardly played, and it's a very important time in his playing career, around mid-20s, that you learn and you mature and you get stronger and gets you through into the 30s. So it's an important year coming up for Harry.
Marco?
Hey, Arnie, how you going?
Good, Marco. How are you?
Good, mate, good. On Daniel Arzani, how's he been in camp, and if he's used in either of these games, will it be as a winger or more of a sort of a, free sort of, playmaking role?
He's been great. He's brought in some energy everywhere he sits. Everyone's laughing, and which is great. But on the training pitch, he's been very good as well. But his role will be pretty similar to what he's doing at Melbourne Victory. We don't have the time to change his complete style of game, but it will be very similar to Melbourne Victory, and he will get game time. And it's been 4 years or so since he's been with the Socceroos, and you can see he has the real commitment and the hunger to get back and be with us in the long journey ahead.
And you said before that you plan to give most players a run. In terms of your goalkeepers, what's the plan there?
Well, yeah, good question, Marco. I think it might be a bit hard to play all three because of the substitutions side of it. But, yeah, look, Joe Gauci no doubt will start tomorrow. It's a good opportunity for us, again, to look at Joey, but he hasn't played since he's been at Villa, really. So, you know, getting him on the pitch and making sure that, you know, he's working extremely well, the other two keepers and John Crawley. So, you know, it's we sit here today, I'm just saying, we sit here today and I'm having a few headaches, but they're good headaches with the depth that we've created and built over the last few years. And when I look at the squad list, and there's 10 to 13, 14 players that aren't here through injuries or other reasons, but it shows that we're getting stronger and stronger, which is exciting.
Jimmy, we'll come to you.
Yeah, Arnie, you mentioned it's nice to be in one of these as a Newcastle player involved for a change, which is fantastic. You mentioned Stammer. He's only 25, but 12 months ago, his career was at a bit of a crossroads. I mean, obviously he scored goals this year, but what else have you seen about him that gives you the confidence that he can translate that onto the next stage? And what do you want from him, and will we see him tomorrow night, I guess?
Yeah, as I said, you'll see him over the next two games. He's just matured. I like his leadership. You know, you can see on the pitch at Newcastle that, you know, he leads the way. He's got a great work rate, and he's a very calm finisher. If he gets that opportunity in the penalty box and around, he's very calm to put it in the back of the net. And he's had a fantastic season. I do believe that Rob Stanton's doing a great job up there with a lot of young boys at Newcastle, and may that continue. But, you know, Stammer's had a big role to play in that because of the way he leads. I know he's only 25, but he has all those qualities of leadership that can help generate a great culture in the team.
He's not the biggest or the fastest, but he has got some ability in the air. And
Yep.
he has grown up, he was telling me, with Cassini. Could you see them two being a partnership together? Like one's, you know, one's big and tall and athletic, and the other one works really hard. And could they possibly team up?
Yeah, look, again, we've got to get through this, see where we're at. But, you know, Timmy Cahill wasn't that tall either. It's, you know, and was great in the air, and Stammer's the same. You know, he's got great timing. He's got a good leap, and obviously he's technically very good with his head. So he's, as I said, he's a very good finisher, and we look forward to, seeing him over the next few days.
Garby?
Okay, cheers.
Hey, Arzani, have you spoken to him now that he's back in the squad about what he needs to do to stay there? Now that he's worked his way back in, what's required to be in this national team for the next 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, well, I think the kid automatically realises and knows that the squad is much stronger now than what it was probably 4 or 5 years ago, and he's had in my view, he's had a good season at Victory. I think, just physically, when you're looking at his body, you can see it's back to where it was before he had all the issues. I think that, I also think that the kid went through a real difficult stage, not last season and the season before when he came back from Celtic mentally, and I think the kid now is in real good headspace, and that's important. And as I said, the kid's come in here and he's been really relaxed, and he's he's brought some fun to the group. But most of all, he's doing well on the pitch. And to answer your question, Daniel, yes, I've sat down with him and we've gone through the last 4 seasons and where he's at today. And the good thing about it is I feel that he's learnt from probably mistakes over those last 4 years, and it can be whatever that is, whether Celtic was the right move or Scotland was the right country to go to for the style of football that he plays. We had a good chat about learning from mistakes and moving on. And he's only 25, and as long as he's learnt and those mistakes and learnt them well, then the future is bright.
speaking about chats, fitting that we finish, I guess, on a question about Nestory. Obviously, he said he's had dreams to play for the Socceroos, but he also spoke about potentially playing for other countries. Have you spoken about that with him and discussed sort of how passionate he is about playing for Australia moving forward?
I think Nestor just wanted a headline for that one, and I think you guys did it for him. No, he's not even spoken about it. We've had a chat and a laugh about it, and but the kid wants to be here, wants to play for the Socceroos, and he said that his dream is to play for the Socceroos, and he's I believe he's ready, prepared for it.
Last one from you, Joey.
Cool. Arnie, just one of those, obviously coming up already through to the next round, coming up against Bangladesh, who you handily beat last time. Are there any sort of patterns of play or anything you've been working on in camp that you really want to see? Like I know in the Asia Cup you were working on those early balls to the far post that Boyley scored from against Indonesia. Have you been working on anything that you particularly want to see this time around?
Yeah, look, Joey, of course, we've been working on it, but the players have been coming in at different stages. You know, one of the reasons, and I'm so grateful that the players have come in before, a FIFA window, because the FIFA window only opened yesterday, but they came into Bangkok, on Friday for us to, acclimatise to the conditions here. And that was the most important thing for me, but we've been working on those attacking patterns and getting men in the box to score, and all the statistics and all the data worldwide shows that, to score those goals, you've got to get players in the box and good numbers in the box. Then it gets down to the calm finishing. So that's all the stuff we've been doing. We haven't really worked on defence at all. It's been all about build-up and our attacking patterns and shape. We'll do a little bit of work today on our defence, but not too much, because I expect us to control this game tomorrow with a lot of the ball and not just show our team qualities, Joey. It's also releasing them to show their individual qualities, and for them to go out there and enjoy the game.
Right, absolute last one from you, Harrow, and we've got to call it.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for that. Just, it was a double one. I didn't ask him before. Nestor, was that going to be off the bench? And did you have any fitness concerns for tomorrow either?
You can wait till tomorrow to see if he's on or off the bench, but he will be on the pitch at some stage. And injury concern zero. Boys are all fit. They've had the ones who finished early in the month, like Cass, with the promotion, and Cam Burgess and these guys. There's a number of them that haven't had a good break, but were so professional with doing individual programs to keep themselves going while they're away, and they're all in great shape.
Excellent. We'll call it there, guys. Thank you so much for jumping on this afternoon. Have a good day.
Thanks, guys. Enjoy.
Thanks, Arnie.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
See you in
Bye, guys.
Perth.